Hey, I hope you're doing great. Hope you found the weekly rate update useful. Just wanted to take a couple minutes and do a real quick FHA refresher. It's something that's definitely coming up more and more now that they're back in the mix after the reduction in the monthly mortgage insurance back on January 26th. One thing to keep in mind with FHA, when you have a married couple that's looking to purchase a home and one of the borrowers is not going to be on the loan, then FHA always requires that we pull a credit report for the non-borrowing spouse. The reason for that is any credit that may not show up on the borrower's credit report we need to include in the debt to income ratio. It's kind of part of the community property rule that FHA has. Also, FHA no longer allows flips where the seller has owned the property for less than 90 days. That's something that expired at the end of 2014. Doesn't look like they're going to be extending that. And there are exceptions, but basically when you have a private party selling the property and they've owned the property for less than 90 days, FHA doesn't allow that anymore. Bank-owned properties, HUD properties, nonprofit organizations, that type of thing are still allowed, but they don't allow it on a private sale. Also with FHA, one big one is attached condominiums. The condominiums, the association has to go through an approval process, and basically they have to be approved per the FHA website. And I included the link here. May not be able to click on it in the video, but basically the condo association has to show up as approved on FHA's website, and there's also an expiration date that comes along with that approval. So just have to make sure that the expiration date it doesn't occur prior to closing on the transaction. So also, having mentioned that, FHA doesn't require approvals on PUD projects. That's going to be anything that's a PUD or detached condominium properties. FHA treats detached condominiums the same as they would with a PUD, where you might have an association fee. But basically, they don't have to go through an approval process with our condo department like a lot of the conventional Fannie or Freddie approval processes have to go through. So FHA also doesn't require 6 months payment reserves when purchasing a new primary residence. Conventional financing always requires that we have 6 months payment reserves on the current home and the new property that they're going to be purchasing when purchasing and vacating a new primary residence. FHA also doesn't require a visa if an employment authorization document is obtained and shows it's not expiring. The borrower has a social security number, 2-year work history, along with U.S. credit and assets. FHA doesn't require a visa for that. FHA also has a little bit shorter waiting period for derogatory items than conventional does. 3-year waiting period from foreclosure or short sale, and that's from the date of completion, and then 2 years from Chapter 7 bankruptcy discharge. The other thing to keep in mind too is 2015, along with conventional, FHA did increase their loan limits in King, Snohomish, and Pierce County. The new loan limit is $517,500 for a single family residence, and the 3.5% down payment is still required at that amount, but they're not required to put 10% down like they would be on those higher balance conventional products. So hopefully you find this refresher useful. Any questions, don't ever hesitate to give me a call, 425-698-2917. Thank you.